With that, I believe I am live. Okay, it's been quite some time since I last streamed. In fact, it's been now maybe just over 2 weeks. The reason why I wasn't able to really stream overall is I was very, very ill. But I was very reluctant to do this specific stream as uh, something I came to kind of realize with Enshrouded at least is that while the game has impeccable designs and a really nice vibe, everything else about it doesn't really catch me. So this is probably the last time I play Enshrouded. I'll be looking alternatively at other games or other things, which might mean that I might not be streaming on Thursday or Friday, but I'll figure something out. I would have originally tried to stream Helldivers 2, but due to other issues regarding to that, I am not able to. The main reason why I'm wanting to at least shelve Enshrouded for now is that, while I do believe that the game can be extremely good and could genuinely be an amazing gem later on, the relative slowness of it is something I don't really approve of, especially in early access. Because in early access, I know you don't want your players to zoom through everything, but the fact that I don't really feel like I'm a character yet, at least the skill points, maybe increase them in the base value so that there's more available to work with it. But the main issue I have with it is just it's slow. It's not bad, but it's hard to really get into and really stick with. Overall, also the designs are pretty nice. I don't personally enjoy the cloth armor aesthetics. Maybe there are other later armor sets that are more proper, fully armored, head to toe with metal and everything, but I don't have access to those. And admittedly, this was to try and, a surface level look at the game. But at least with this, I intend on re-enabling HUD to at least do the last quest, at least my last quest, which is reach the ancient spire, which is all the way over there. Thankfully, because I have the glider and the grappling hook, I should be able to manage a few things now versus before in the past. Maybe as I progress and I've seen more things, I might end up being way more super interested in everything. Maybe I might be driven to play it more. But right now, in its current form, I'm being attacked by a wolf. And I forget how to lock on. Well, I got it anyway. But this will probably be the last stream of Enshrouded. It's not a case of it's not a case of the game isn't for me. The game is for me. Just right now, I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with my mood. Maybe it's something that, maybe it's the fact that I had intended to originally try and play it with a small group, and that fell through. So I lost the overall inspiration to stick with it. So those are for the grapple hooks. Okay. I still forget how to lock on. That's not the biggest issue. I'm not really sure what I could stream really next. It's a little bit more of an awkward topic because what could I stream that I would enjoy, that I would play for a very long time and really commit to it? What type of games would I enjoy and be able to have fun with, to enjoy myself just a whole lot with. I mean, now I'm a lot more stronger compared to, first played. That guy tore me up, then he did shotgun blast me with arrows. It's still hard to say. This stream will probably be a lot shorter, because once I do achieve the Ancient Spire thing, I'll probably end up calling it. Admittedly, I was still very much sitting here working on thumbnails or something else for other potential games I would like to play through. But all in all, really is just kind of difficult right now. Because the combat is very, well, simple. And maybe I am putting it up against a pedestal of, like, comparing it to, like, Dark Souls or Elden Ring or anything else of that nature. Maybe that's on me. Maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe instead I should be looking at the game from a very, very new point of view and a fresh one rather than a existing dated one. But I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe I might start a 7 Days to Die series, but that's also another game where I imagine without the appropriate not guidance, but aimlessness that I would struggle with, I might not be able to really commit to. And it's hard to say, because there's just a whole lot of games that are like extremely good to just sit and play through. Vibes are great and everything. Actually, that's an idea. I might end up looking for more vibes-oriented games. What was that? That was a little buggy. But this will probably be the last day where I play this game. For root stuff. Let's be... what did I get rid of? Maybe the mushroom? Get rid of this. Let's get rid of it. I don't actually know what it's for. I imagine it doesn't matter. Imagine this. You spot sunken stone pillars on the horizon, obscured by mounds of dirt. They stretch towards the sky like a titan's stone-cold finger bones, the mark of a hidden tomb. The stairs inside lead into darkness. Torch in hand, you slip down into uncertainty, into dread. Yet your search drives you deeper. A morbid treasure calls for you, left to rot in the dust. Is it family jewels, heirlooms from faraway shores? Whatever it is, my friend, it'll be the foundation of our empire. Cornerstone. The cornerstone? A cornerstone to a fortress raised from spilled blood. Sound good? I know the rough location. If you take up the search, Gareth, I'll split the deals. The goods. Deal. Yeah, it seems like they did do that. maybe it's also a case of there's a bug on my screen. There might be an inherent issue where the game might be impeccable, but maybe I'm just too early game. Maybe it requires me to get a lot more deeper into it to be able to truly enjoy it. But I don't know, I find that if your game isn't able to properly hook someone, just hold on. And make someone like kind of have that moment of like, oh, that's how it works. There's something right over here. The game needs more work on it. That isn't to say that, you know, there aren't people that do that. Misfortune strikes like lightning. The lightning sets the skies ablaze. It's my only source of light since the fire was doused by this merciless downpour. Of course, I had seen the clouds gather before I left to search the hidden tomb. I had tasted the threat in the breeze. Despite the warning signs, he pushed me to venture forth. You can wait out the storm, but the water may smother our treasure in mud. Can you bear to see our empire? Can you bear to see our empire wash away, Gareth? No, that silver-tongued devil. The tomb is close by, but wind and rain bar me from venturing further. These creaking trees scarcely shelter me, so I'll surely be so... Oh. Well, your mom was definitely crushed underneath. I feel bad for the guy getting crushed. Why did I pick up the lemon campfire? But anyway, let's move forward towards the spire. It's very... it's very grand, isn't it, whenever you look at it? It's kind of a little ominous, but I imagine that because of where I am in the game, it's not going to be like the most threatening thing. Then again, I do kind of wish that the I think the main reason why I don't want to keep playing this is that, as I said, I did want to play this with a friend or two. And his scheduling isn't the most accurate, making it a little bit harder for me to be able to commit to it. What's this? Finding pressing button. Oh, the internal urge just to jump down there. Probably shouldn't. Well, there's probably something up here. Nothing. Yes. Just supplies. I hear something. It's nothing. It's just a chest. Bronze sword, level 3. It's not as good as my axe. That is, you know, very fair. How do you go up? I did go up. Well, I opened this door. I don't know how to progress. Uh-oh. I don't enter this, because this will surely take me down. Right? Yes, it took me down. I don't want to play Baldur's Gate 3. I actually played that solo, and I enjoyed my time with it. I finished it 2 times, once alone, once with friends. And I wouldn't want to keep playing it because I feel like I would end up making myself hate the game eventually because, well, yes, the game is extremely... there was a hook. Well, yes, the game is extremely good. I also find that everyone talking about it as if it is the second coming of, well, Jesus, basically. I grew to dislike it. Only because I don't agree that any game is truly that great. Because it's honestly the truth. No game is the second coming of Jesus, effectively, in the gaming scene at least. There's some that are plenty good, and you know what, I would put Enshrouded on the same level as Baldur's Gate 3. That's my honest opinion. The games are both going to shine in their own respective ways, and they're both going to be good as long as the developers stick to it. And, you know, try to deliver their dream, well, you know, taking the appropriate what was that? Well, taking the appropriate steps to ensure that they deliver the game that is worthwhile to play. Oh. What's this? Mana potion. I don't really use magic. So I think this is the intended way to progress. So if I run back the other way. Yeah, as much. Right, the prompt that I saw earlier was the gliding prompt. I thought that I had managed to discover something particularly unique. Okay. Interesting enough. So, forest longbow with 10 damage. This is a forest longbow. It's effectively the same with the damage. I'm going to delete this. Now I compare the bow to this one. It's because it has the additional precise in it. So that means I can delete this, I think. But yeah, speaking of the rarity stuff, that's another issue I have with Baldur's Gate 3, which is fine in the grand scheme of things, but again, there's certain limits. I will say, the game is very good for vibes, and just those other things. Did I die down there or up there? I died up there. Okay. Oh no. Oh, I have to wait for my stamina regen, right? Yeah, okay. I'll take all. Yeah, that was embarrassing. Anyway, there we go. I did the exact same thing again where I was just like full sending it. Probably shouldn't have, but oh well. Yes. I'm not really sure what I would end up doing in the grand scheme of it. So is this the timing on step here, step here, step here, walk over here? Nothing of note. Wait, there's the top. Step here, step here, step here. And you are through the trap section with relatively free difficulty. Oh my god. Okay, well, can I open this door? Okay, I can. It's here. Climbing section. More spikes. How did that not hit me? Could I? I guess the button up there is one of the few that I had to hit. So if I head back here, okay. First things first, before we attempt to do any of that. Fireball. That's for the staff. Yep. Which means I should be able to then jump in here, avoid breaking my ankles, and I should be able to get to this chest. My inventory is full. Get rid of the raw meat. Because in retrospect, I actually have quite a lot of meat right now. Masterful mix. And I believe I already have that. 1 for 1. So that was a complete waste of time. And this should take me up to the next floor. And before it takes me down to the bottom floor. Springland's fast travel. With the flame. These ancient spires open fast travel points all over the world and reveal ancient knowledge of Embervale. Venture forth, child, the land must be reclaimed. Collect sparks. Standing here in complete darkness because I just refused to use a torch. Admittedly, I feel like this type of game is also one that I would end up playing more so alone. You know, just with my thoughts, sitting there playing, just chilling. It's not really a watching game, I think. At least not for me. Thank you, strengthen out the flame altar. This empowers you to do more stuff. Sparks and other materials needed for sparks, flame centers, and flame shrines, but where would I go for that? F. So the closest area would still be here. The ancient vaults contain voices silenced by the shroud, yet some sparks still linger, flickering in the dark. A hunter, once the fiercest in the land, and an alchemist with the knowledge of the ages. Awaken them, for they will help you along your journey. Flame, shroud core. I don't know, for spark. This is the thing I apparently need. And that will let me reset my ability points, which... Right, so the world map, from what I'm able to like determine here, if I can get my mouse to work with me on this, it's very large, which is a good thing. That means there's a lot to look at. But my worry is that because this area is very much, I'd say, empty, the big map doesn't do it any favors. Skipping that. The crafting is certainly unique. It's a little bit harder to get behind to try and really understand it. Because, yeah, you can only make the basic stuff with your normal crafting inventory. But whenever you end up placing down the workbench, for example, you end up running into like a weird like situation where you might make something, you might come away, then you might go like, okay, hold on, let me like build something here, and you're like, oh, I have to go to the actual bench. And I know that it might be normal for a lot of other games, but I feel at this current point in time, a lot of the games now shouldn't, you know, limit you on regards to what you can and can't take. As you can see here, I don't have enough materials for everything, but what should end up happening is, to take an example from Pal World, or 7 Days to Die, the broadcasting mod, is that my inventory here should allow like me to be able to be, you know, at a crafting station, and I should be able to just see what I need and like what's there. Like right now, I have the 31 logs, which, you know, is just straight up what's in my bag, I believe. Yeah. And I am pretty sure I have string in my crates on the left side there. But because the game isn't programmed that way, I'm not able to see that the string is actually available. Meaning that I have to do a lot of the old school craft item, use it. Meaning I have to be very careful with what I'm crafting, because I can't go, okay, I have all of this here. Let me work with it. I also admittedly think that the starting container should be a lot more bigger in regards to overall storage, but I know it's meant to be, again, early access and everything else. I still fully think that whenever it comes down to it, you should be a bit more critical when it comes to at least trying to make the game enjoyable. You should be allowed a little bit more loosey-goosiness. You know, I should be able to walk up to this and see that, okay, I have a ton of charcoal in this. If I were to go to my smithy bench, I should be able to see all the charcoal, and I should be able to work with it. But what I will end up doing now is I'm gonna at least go to the sparks. I'm gonna set that as my main thing. It's far enough away where I imagine it'll be a journey and a half, and it'll probably end up taking me to the end of the stream. Maybe. Hard to say. But it is what I'm kind of expecting. I've been asked a few times while playing this game, you know, just what is it like? Is it like Valheim? Is it like Power World? Is it like Minecraft? You know, is it like Dark Souls? And every answer is kind of just yes. It is all of those games kind of, well, combined, but in different parts. You've got the modularity building, like in Valheim. You can really sort of customize and just fine-tune the place that you live in. You've got the interesting abilities to traverse around and do stuff. In a Sekiro almost, but it's very intentional choices. It's not just sort of like, you know, emergence of travel. It's just kind of it's predetermined. The combat could need a super improvement, because I should not be able to sorry. I'm not saying that the enemy should be a little bit harder. No. I never think that when we're dealing with enemies, you should ever have them be bullet sponges. Or just damage sponges in general. I think that enemies should be swiftly dealt with, much like the player, unless the player specifically builds to be very painfully thick. Because if the player chooses to build painfully thick, I'm pretty sure that's my current axe. No, mine's called the Guillotine. It has a whole lot more things to it. Okay. But I find that, you know, a lot of games have been trying to make that their overall approach towards exploring is so much more free. You're not really restricted to... I'm surprised I was able to do that from down here. You're not really restricted to, you know, stagnant things. Careful with this shipment, Argon. Take care with this new shipment from the valley. The merchant sent it is highly volatile. Apparently, the explosives explode if jostled or tossed about. Who would have known? Anyway, I paid a pretty penny for this. Do not mess around in here. I can't afford to face another hole in the wall. I think he did more than just a hole in the wall, to be honest with you. I think he ended up taking out most of the building. Also, the fact that you can kind of like look at... Well, that's a weird geometry thing. The grapple areas and just kind of magnetize yourself to it. It's not bad. It's actually kind of funny. I feel that players having a base as well. This is something that I find a little odd and annoying. Ow. Having a specific base that is where you can build, there's apparently no issue with it, is weird to me. I should be able to turn that giant rock into a base. I should be able to turn that building over there in the distance into a base. There's a lot of things that I should be able to do and not be restricted by the flame thing that is in the game. If it's not, I forgot to loot the other wolf that was here. Not my intention. What is that? Oh, it's like a weird rabbit thing. I was here before, I believe. Big cave. I can't see anything. But the one other thing that really hits at me is that how slow and kind of weirdly clunky combat is. It is a bad thing. Having clunky combat means that you're not really able to kind of see or experience the full thing. I most definitely have been here already. There's a wolf over here. That's howling. It's kind of obvious. I mean, I heard it before I saw it. You've got the Enshrouded. Comes out to the other side. And you'll notice that I am taking my time with the game because I do want to try and enjoy it. I do want to try and give it the proper attempt at really being fun. But again, I'm going to quickly pause here and try to talk about it. No, that's not what I meant to do. This. I need... If my mouse would work with me. It's not working with me. Anyway. There needs to be more skill points. I know that I think the highest level I think is like right now 30 or something. And skill points maybe are kind of given a little bit more consistently, but the abilities here are kind of lackluster. Like if I'm a tank, I should be able to like equip a shield and bash it to get attention. If I'm an assassin, I should have just a dedicated like ability that turns me invisible. At least allows me to hide within the shadows, because I can clearly tell that there is shadows and there is light. I imagine it is difficult to code that type of thing, but yeah. It also means an assassin within the shroud will be extra enshrouded. As funny as that is to say. Where's this going? Oh, it's like this critters. Critter parts, yeah. What is this? Tomato. But the one more thing I don't really specifically like is the Valheim approach to food. I actually find that entire design point in regards to food to be really just annoying because it took away any sort of potential threat or difficulty in regards to food. And I know that maybe that's not the intent or something, but you could easily make this game into like a very, very true to blue survival game. Where the hell did I go? Just go through? Oh, about to Skyrim this damn thing, aren't I? One more thing is, I would prefer that if the crafting is there in the game, you don't apply like a weird, what I could only call weirdness with it. I really did just do that, didn't I? Where you kind of intentionally make it so looting is the best idea. It's, you know, if you loot, it should be looting the materials to make the best gear, or looting the blueprints to make the best gear. You know, I found a blueprint for like legendary breastplate +7. I don't know how I actually do it, but Flame Sanctum. You know, I would loot the schematic, and I would use that schematic to make the armor set rather than my dearest Halim, please hold your tears and sit by my side. Let us gaze over the valley as we've done before. The setting sun and falling leaves are like our brief and precious time. Let us share these hours before they're swept away by the shroud. Come, rest your head on my shoulder, my daffodil. Yours forever, Salim. Max. So I grab sparks from this. What do they do? Move stronger and burn even brighter. But if I am correct, I still need a bunch of other materials. I can't just sort of pocket slam? No. Basketball dunk these flames or sparks into it and be kind of done with it. I think what I'll probably end up doing, was me sort of thinking while I was talking, is after I finish this stream, while yes, I'm going to take time again to try and do this thing right, I'm going to just sit and go through games that I would find a lot more directed, more there's something to talk about, there's something to see, rather than, you know, kindly essentially wandering around aimless in a world that won't give you any sort of depth or anything else. And I would at least let you might say, oh, the world isn't aimless, it's got a bunch of other stuff in it. But I'm assuming that when I go back here, it's just gonna kind of say, and there's the world. Which isn't indicative of, you know, the story or the plans that the devs have intended, but... See, there's a spark, an enshrouded liquid red mushroom. Do I have much red mushrooms? Well, I've got a little bit of resin. I've got some shroud liquid. Those red mushrooms that give extra intelligence. Is that everything? I don't think it is. Yeah, I need more resin. Which means I need to find where I put my goddamn axe. The woodcutting axe. There it is. And I need to give a tree a proper thwacking. Just so I can grind out resin. I don't mind the cutting part here. I don't really need this to be fancy. In fact, I actually quite like the way we do it here. It's very... It's not stiff. It's controlled. And I kind of do like it when the animations are controlled. But also I would prefer if the animations for whenever I'm doing them. Ah. Shit. There we go. It's hive and wax. Nothing I actually need. Or want, for that matter. And it does take a while to also cut down stuff. And really sort of make it so that you actually get resin or not. What the hell is that? Ah, wood. Do I have enough resin? I think I do. I do. Because I think I only need 5. Yeah. My glow and warmth reach further into the darkness, thanks to you, Flameborn. I am strong enough to protect your home, should you choose to expand it. I don't know what character attribute bonuses. Upgrade the altar. I would need another shroud core, which is a lot. Let me... Oh. The spark of knowledge has erupted within. Ready yourself to unveil the secrets of our past. Find the 2 ancient obelisks of the Springlands to learn the world's fate. A story of rot and fire. Only those who seek the truth shall find it. Certainly a lot. Nothing more? Okay. No, that's a lot. Anyway, like... What is that? Okay, so go find more things. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing I could actually just straight up build. Increase storage for items. Crafting purposes from it. So I need wood logs and nails. So they do actually have an item intended for it, but they made it blocked behind. This type of aspect, which again, I'm not really too fond of it, especially since that this all takes time. Like, why does it take time? What is the point? This is a genuine criticism that I do actively have, because for this to finish everything, I have to sit and wait. Now, I know that in some games, like 7 Days to Die, Ark, Power World, things take time to craft because the game is meant to be kind of played on a server. It's intended to be played online. But here, this one doesn't seem to be intended to be played that way, because it seems to be more of a tight-knit group, where you might have like 1, 2 people, or 4, depending on how you want to do it, playing the game. And, you know, you're going to want to like try and kit everyone out as appropriately as you can. So why the time here waiting for stuff to craft? Why am I have to wait? I should be able to just kind of pop stuff in, craft it instantly, and get going. Maybe it's because maybe I'm expecting something significantly different. You know, maybe I'm impatient. I don't know. Like, maybe it's not intended that way. Maybe it's intended to be a whole lot slower to, you know, allow these types of things to take time. But I don't know, I think that with games like this, there is only so much you can kind of sit and take time on before it becomes annoying. How do I make meals again? Don't tell me I kind of just unironically bugger myself. Oh my god, I might have. So, I'm gonna do this once. Now I'm gonna go to the storage. Here. I need another 3 nails. That means I have to do it twice. Then I go again, back to storage. Go to small chest. No slot available in the backpack. And another thing. For the love of God, please stop making items in the game not stack up appropriately. Like, I should just be able to stack up 300 goddamn steel, or whatever that smelted stuff is. Just in general. I should be able to craft this, and then I should be able to craft this. Now, I should then be able to place this like this, and that is a lot more. You know what, I'll give them that. But to make more, I need to go into like I don't like that. I'm gonna just use all this to make nails. Never let the coast die. And then I'm gonna go back to storage. I'm gonna grab this. And I'm gonna make two more. And what I'm then gonna do is I'm gonna put the 2 chests I made somewhere. I think that'll do. I do need to go back down to the shroud in order to get more shroud liquid in order to make more chests. I think what I should do is open this, do this, go down to the shroud. I should be able to do that now more consistently, because if I am correct, the character has... Okay. Okay. Because I did craft a glider. Now I'm gonna let my stamina regen full here, just to make sure that I'm able to actually like commit to this and not mess up. So this lets me fly far, this lets me dive bomb. That's how I turn. Okay. Oh, I need to get shroud liquid. Liquid. Gross. That's how I get it. Okay. I completely forgot how to, I'll be honest. Will this give me more shroud liquid? Yes. Ow. This will get me more. I don't remember how much I need, so I'm just gonna kind of go a little wacky with it. That gave nothing. But at least with this, I'm able to get all the necessary shroud juice. Shrews. That's not a word. That I might need. The downside with this is that I can't fast travel while in the shroud. Oh, but if I return back to that castle area, should be a quick travel thing. There is. I just went the wrong way. I should then be able to just fast travel back. There you go. Now, I don't know if there is a... Just slap it on top, because why not? Because what this does is it allows me to sort of, I'll leave that alone. The armor, I believe, can be left behind. Oh. Didn't mean to do that. Red shift. But, you know... Okay. I accidentally discovered the ability to what I can only assume to be salvaging unique pieces of gear whenever I pick them up. Because if so, then if I right click on this, yeah, I can salvage it. I can't do anything with that. Okay. I'm not salvaging the great axe. Because that a great axe is actually looking kind of good. Means I can salvage. I'll just. Nope, didn't mean to equip it. Why can't I delete that? Oh well. I can salvage this. I can grab this. That's not what I meant to press. Then I can go into storage. Spores. Which means I have to go fight those cheeky blighters. There might be some over here that I can deal with. Well, it seems like I might be on a a path. Like I feel like I'm starting to get something, and I kind of see the attraction, but still kind of the same issue. Where I'm so surprised that you can salvage a lot of stuff. Didn't I have a shield somewhere? I guess maybe not. But there's a reason to at least, you know, grinding those guys out at the very least. Well, more leveling. Yeah, because I need the shroud spores. And then I'm able to salvage the weapons that they drop. Tea is short. How much spores did I need again? 15, got 2, I think I had 13, so I'm gonna return back. The intent there is at least to... This is kind of ominous. Where's this going? Just gonna move on. I can clearly tell that at least, you know, there's care for this game. It's gonna have it. Just might not be the game for me right now. Okay, more. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm out of nails. Yeah. You can craft a rank. Oh. I think that if I am to return to this game in the future, what I'll probably end up doing immediately is... First things first, learn how to place a goddamn chest. It'll do. That means I can do this. Some stuff seems to do... No. There. Then I am able to salvage most of... Well, that shield useless. So is that. I'll just delete these boots. Just delete the old armor. There's no point in holding on to it. Delete. Hold on to the arrows. Delete. Then that will stay empty. No, I did make my little place here very unnaturally tight. But that's kind of by design. Maybe I might return to this, but right now I'm just not feeling it. I feel like what the game needs is just a lot more time to cook, which early access means it probably will. So this is going to be a very short stream. Is time going to pass? Yes, it did. Because the base building... So here's another thing that's really fucking... That's really preventing me from being able to sit down and really sort of dig my teeth into it. There doesn't seem to be any reason to the base building. I don't know if I'm supposed to get attacked if I'm supposed to build defenses, if I'm, you know, supposed to figure out additional things to work with. Because it all here seems to be tied to survival and just making a base look nice. And I think this is something that a lot of the games like this kind of like they don't understand. When you're crafting a base, you're not crafting just a home to sit in and kind of just, you know, sit at. Oh my god, my camera. You're not crafting, you're not creating a place like this to just sit at and exist and chill. You should be creating a place that is meant to be under threat. Especially in this world where supposedly there's a thing called a shroud that is, I'm not gonna say omnipotent, but you know, it's there. It's a worry. It's a concern that you have to deal with. So why is it that the base building is just kind of really there? This, like, no, don't get me wrong. The base building, again, as I said earlier, is extremely good. Like, I created this fireplace, not the oven in the middle. I would have preferred if they had given you an option that was like a spit or something, rather than a blocky. Maybe it does exist in the game, and I'm not anywhere near the progression to get it. And for some reason, my camera keeps being pushed closer and closer as I'm moving around. But I don't know. One of the things I'm just finding difficult with this game is that it feels very lonely. And I know that you're probably supposed to play it with friends and everything, but I think this is like the main situation. Because that NPC over there isn't an NPC in any way, shape, or form. He's another crafting station. He's a crafting station that kind of sometimes spits text out at you. I think that this game would benefit from either having NPCs that... Think of it like this. You create a base. You set up a base. It's the first place you set up. At some point as time passes, because time is a mechanic here, you go to sleep to make time pass faster. You get a hint that there's rumblings in the shroud. You know, the flame gives you a warning. Hey, something's off. You might want to prepare yourself for whatever reason. And you know, some indiscriminate time ticks down to 0. And once you hit 0, where either your existing base or wherever you are is attacked immediately by the shroud. Could be anything, you know, could be those guys with the shields, could be the guys with the normal stuff, those little critters or whatever. But you're attacked. And it isn't something that maybe you just adjust it in the world settings where you can disable it, enable it, customize the length of time it takes, you know, those types of things, taking a number of things from 7 Days to Die and the Day 7 Horde, where you're able to customize like the overall point of it. And I know that you're supposed to really go out, grab loot, get loot, come back to base, repeat. But I find that base building in games like these really do suffer because they kind of are just there. They don't do anything with it. They don't do anything creative. Ark suffered the same issue. Minecraft, ironically, has this issue. Terraria has this issue. Any other survival crafter with base building has this issue. Technically, Valheim had the same issue, but your raids were few and far between, meaning that there was some reason to it, but also it wasn't a case of they were just coming to try and mess up your base. They were coming to just mess up you. In the case of this, I would like to see that there be enemies that are attacking specifically that thing out there. The center point of the base. The thing that you're protecting. And I would add in extra defenses and everything to add the extra depth of, you know, base building, a home, creating a place where you can actually be safe in, where you would hire, you know, NPCs, archers, guards, spearmen, whatever. And yes, I know it's meant to be kind of like a weird apocalyptic type of world, but there are clearly characters sealed within what can I only call it goodie bags. And you know, their purpose is to be freed by you. What I would like to do is design like a castle or a fort. You know, the outer walls are, you know, big wooden things, or maybe stone. I mean, stone is easy enough gotten, so maybe we'll just go with the stone. And because of the fact you can really just sort of noodle in is the wrong term here, but you'll understand what I mean. It's probably closer to call it needle. But you're able to really sort of fine tune the general approach to this game. Make it better, make it feel better, make it play better. Like, I don't know what else to say. Because the world feels so empty and aimless. Not given the other issues I have stated before, because those other issues are just as prevalent and just as important. The empty world in many of these survival games, just, I think survival games need to, like survival crafting games need to kind of take a step back and figure out, like, how do we make our world feel alive? How do we introduce an element of almost colony management? You know, take an example from RimWorld, or even Palworld for the hell of it, where your entire thing, your entire base that you're protecting and dealing with, is the same thing, crafting all the gear, all the armor pieces, all the food and everything, and you're kind of like the guy that handles everything else. I say guy because I'm a guy. And you know, every so often you get attacked. I think, thinking about it, I really do want to play Palworld. I know that's like the big main game right now, but I think a lot of the hype has died down, thankfully. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll be shelving Enshrouded for now. It's a good game. It needs, you know, like, it needs the attention. Definitely get it, definitely buy it. Just, you know, chill on it. If you can't afford it just yet, don't bother. Wait till it gets more, you know, content, different things added in. Maybe they might do a big change in regards to, like, how the game plays and everything, but right now I think that it needs more time to cook. And for me at least, I'm probably going to, as I said before, shelve the game, and I'm going to move on. I'll probably be moving on to Palworld, meaning I'll have to figure out what to do in that case. I may or may not have friends join me. Hard to say. I forgot to disable Steam Overlay. I forgot about that. Oopsie. Well, I'll fix that later. But yeah, I'm probably going to be going to Palworld next. Seems to be a game that I would enjoy a whole lot more playing in stream, even if there is a whole bunch of, like, management and finagling and everything. And I've already played a fair bit of it, so I feel like I can be a little bit more directed on towards, like, a specific goal. But thank you for tuning in, and thank you for watching. I know, very short stream today, but there isn't much to be done about it. Enshrouded, I think that has kind of just missed a little spot in my heart that I would have had room for it. So I'm going to shelve it, and hopefully going to, you know, with time, it'll become better. If I don't do Palworld, there's a number of other games that I'm considering doing. But with that, I'm going to end the stream here. Again, thank you again for tuning in and watching. Goodbye.